Alright, so here we are, back in the Soroboreans DLC. The cat seems pretty calm right now, so I'm trying to record. If the cat starts getting all rowdy, I'm just gonna have to kick it out of my room and lock the door. But yeah. So what was I doing last? I got the Virgin Sword. Trinky, right? Trinky. Alright, I know where that is. I think I prepared everything before, so let's just go. So, two things I was thinking about I wanted to talk a little bit on. First one was, with Probe, how fast attack is. I think that's set already. So if I were to get the Sar Sword, which does like 50 damage, it's either 50 or 40. I was actually reading, by the way, and all of the attacks do have different names. It just, I don't know why it doesn't show up in the game, I guess, or I'm missing completely. But it goes 0.5 damage, 0.5 damage, 0.5 damage, and then the last one is 1.5 the damage of your attack. And so if you get the Sar Sword, 0.5 damage of 50 damage is still 25, which is higher than a lot of swords. That's a quick attack. So that would definitely be something to look into. And then if I apply it with a buff, then oh my god, forget it. Everything's gonna die. Because the main disadvantage of the Sar Sword is that it's like one of the slowest single-handed swords in the game, but it does the most damage, so I think that would be a good idea. That's for another time though, because that takes quite a bit of time to get together. But second thing I want to talk a little bit on was The Last of Us 2. That released I'm recording this on the 20th, and it released yesterday, I believe. That game looks horrible. I mean, the gameplay looks phenomenal. The game graphics, if you're basing it on that, look really good. The story, though, yikes, that's not good. The characters look horrible. The story looks horrible. I don't really like when games go for the type of story they're going for in Last of Us 2, which is a moral type thing, where it's like revenge breeds revenge and blah blah blah. If you get revenge on someone else, they're gonna come back, or someone else related to that person gonna come and get revenge on you, and you're gonna die, and blah 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 blah. And it just doesn't look to be. Oh, I went to the wrong place. I meant to go to the warehouse. Damn. Yeah. Anyways, what I was getting at was that oh my god, the way they portrayed the story seems to be pretty shitty. Spoilers. I'm gonna do a couple spoilers here because I don't have a PS4, so I don't plan on playing the game at all. I did play the first one, but it was on someone else's console. So spoilers. If you do not want to hear Last of Us 2 spoilers, mute the video or skip ahead a little bit. Oh wow, it's not snowing anymore. But yeah. So at one point in the game, this is all just what I've read, they make you kill a dog. And the dog is supposedly the other character. There's two characters that you really play as. Abby, who is a 6-foot, muscled up, thick neck, no titty woman. And looks horrible. And the other one is Ellie, who's the little girl from the first game. So Ellie kills the dog, and the dog ends up being some kind of friend of Abby. And then because of the actions at the end of the first game, Abby's on a hunt to kill Joel and Ellie. And she succeeds. She kills both of them, from what I've heard. I think it's just really, I don't know. The way that they portrayed the game in trailers and shit like that, it sounded like it was going to be like a new adventure with Ellie and Joel. They're going to go through all this cool shit. fighting against cultists and shit. You know, that would have been cool. Instead, they try to breed this moral story about how revenge never works and you'll die if you try to get revenge on someone who fucking killed your mom or some stupid shit. I don't know. It just doesn't seem good. Seems like a pile of fucking garbage to me. But I don't really... I'm more into games like this where I just don't have to worry about that shit. And I just have a good time exploring, fighting things, going through a cool story. I don't have to worry about social, political, fucking... all that bullshit. I just don't have the patience for it. And they have... I don't know if I should get into this, but... There's becoming this trend... And I have transgender friends, you know. I don't know if that makes a difference, but I have transgender friends, so I'm not biased against transgender people. But the way that transgenders are portrayed in games seem to be so lame. There's 2 games now that exist with a mother figure trying to kill a transgender child. A little kid who wants to be the other gender, or believes himself to be the other gender. I don't know how that whole thing works, really. And, oh, fuck. I am not playing good. Move back up. Ouch. It's worth it. Ooh, knocked you on your ass, didn't I? This is why shields are good. But I don't use shields. You can block so fast with a shield. Alertness should give you a stamina buff. Instead of dodge and vulnerability. Great. Ouch. Okay, this is not working right. Okay. I was actually gonna do that, but then I decided against it. This thing is not giving a shit about my attacks. I might have to actually get a shield. I don't want to. Fuck it. Drink this up. What was I saying? Oh yeah. There's a trend of transgender characters in games now, where they always have a parental figure that tries to kill them. Which I'm not saying doesn't happen, but that seems like it's a pretty extreme version. Especially when it's, from what I've seen, is always the case, where they're completely cast out of society or have murder attempted on them, when I've never heard of that happening. But that's only what I've heard. I'm not saying that's fact. I just feel like that's a very far-fetched situation. But, you know, far-fetched situations make interesting gameplay narratives. They're just somewhat of a responsibility to, when discussing actual real-life events and juxtaposing them, or taking a fictional event that is juxtaposed to real-life events, there's somewhat of a responsibility you take on yourself to portray it accurately, or you make yourself look really stupid. So, I don't know. I feel like they did a pretty shitty job with the transgender character in The Last of Us 2. From what I heard from the transgender friends that I have, they didn't like the character either. That was poorly portrayed. So, that's all I got to say on it. I don't get into politics very much. I stay out of it. Although I do have my opinions, but now it's not the time for opinions. Now it's the time to relax and actually be stressed out while I'm wandering through a very tough dungeon in Outward. Yeah, there was also a lift. I saw that back in my gameplay recording. There's a lift over here I didn't go to. Oh. Probably gonna take me down there. Please don't let there be another immaculate. I feel like my gas mask should be keeping me from getting irradiated like this. Nightmare mushroom. Ooh, ornate chest. What you got in there? Bunch of garbage. More nightmare mushrooms. Can I stack these? No. Can I go down here? No. Can I go down here? No. No. Nightmare mushrooms better be fucking good, because this does not seem like it's worth it. I mean, the ornate chest probably would have been if it had good shit in it, but it didn't. think I'm 1% from getting fucking tainted. Okay, so this is where I believe the train thing is. Because this is the test chamber. Actually, real quick. No, I can't change it. I was thinking maybe I could, like, change them around, and that's how I get the gemstone keys, but not the case. I need to stop sprinting around. Check my recording real quick. Okay. We're good. Every once in a while I get real scared that my recording isn't going. Wolf Medic? That sounds cool. What kind of stats it got on it? Corruption resistance. This should have corruption resistance. I'm wearing a fucking gas mask, dude. Turned me into a wolf medic, though. Alright, so this is where I believe... Right here. No. Fuck, I'm lost then. I have oil. Holy shit, how much oil do I have? I had a lot of oil, man. That's really light for a sword. Can simulate meat when cooked. Oh, can stimulate the mine. I thought it said can simulate meat. That's what I'd say. Ew, man, get these meaty mushrooms out of my backpack. That was weird. Oh!